Yo, what is going on, everyone? We're back with another SNOWRUNNER mod review, and today we're checking out the ZIL 135. You'll notice it looks a little bit familiar to the Steppy, but you can have different add-ons. I chose the fuel tank for this one. We are going to take it to the torture test. It is rear steer and front steer as well. All-wheel drive and diff lock are always on, and I'm super excited. Drop a like on the video, hit that thumbs up button, and make sure you sub to the channel, guys. Really appreciate the support. With the interior here, which looks pretty realistic. But yeah, we're gonna jump into it. Alright, time to customize this ZIL 135. I know we already did the Step E. I believe they share the same engine. Okay, so I don't have the gearbox locked, but that's weird. I just equipped stock suspension, actually raised it a little bit. Interesting, but we'll check it out. Twin motor heavy. Oh, this is cool. So we can add heavy crane, flatbed, van body, fuel tank, sideboard bed, saddle high, saddle low. Let's go ahead and add the fuel tank, because why not? Factory beacons, sure. Don't have the bumpers, that's fine. And we're gonna get going. And here we go. We don't have any mirrors, but that's okay. Ooh, we almost drove into that building, but that's okay. And we do have the mud tires on. And because we got such a crazy fuel tank, I thought we needed the beacons. I'm kind of interested to see how this handles compared to the Step. Some people were, you know, not exactly happy with the model of the Step and so on. It was a beast of a truck in my opinion. But what I'm really looking forward to, guys, is to see how the ZIL handles. Ooh, I just did some damage there. We don't have any repair. We really dented that side of the door. So mud tires on icy roads, especially when you have front and rear steer combined, it's just a whole different breed. It is actually crazy, but it is all good. You can see when I put in a high, the two middle axles are skipping a little bit. They're just having a field day on this ice. Let's see how we do here in the snow, though. Having the ability with this truck, not just the front and rear steer and the maneuverability that adds to the truck or the gang, I'm also really impressed to see this fuel add-on compared to the Step. Having these kind of add-ons might make this truck a little more versatile. This might be a truck accompanied with the Step that you could use, you know, for multiplayer, for example, to get some contracts done somewhat quickly. Popping in an automatic here because we have a little bit more of a straightaway. The engine sounds are basically the same as the Step, I'm pretty sure. You hear that little sound that makes me think of tracks for some reason. I'm not sure why, but there's no tracks, unfortunately. Although I think a truck like this or the Step could easily have tracks, in my opinion. I think it'd be cool to see, that's for sure. And I'm not sure if we should put it in low or automatic, guys. I really don't know. We're gonna put it in automatic, or high, I mean, because I know it's gonna have to downshift if it stays in automatic. So it is sinking. I don't want to say we're stuck yet. I'm gonna pop it in a low and see if that helps at all. It's not. Alright guys, the weight of this fuel tank is bogging it down a little bit, but I kind of wonder what else could be different here. The Step did amazing. This just kind of... This is absolutely stuck. I'll winch in a second and we'll see if we're able to pull this out using the winch possibly. try it just a little more. Yeah, we actually might have to try the winch here, guys. Keep in mind, this is a heavy, heavy truck. We got the winch going now. We got a little bit of traction. We're gonna keep trying to back up here. I'm not entirely sure how we bottomed out right away and got completely stuck compared to the ZIL's counterpart, that step that we did a previous review on. And guys, the mod link is going to be in the description if you want to check this out, if you have a PC and you want to check out this ZIL mod. I don't want to say we're going the easy way here, but we do have a lot better chance going this route than continuing on the path we were already on. And just for testing purposes, we are going to keep it in low, guys. Give this truck the best possible chance to succeed in this mud pit. We made it almost all the way, and we're on a tree branch right now. There we go. We just needed to wiggle around it, basically. We're sinking pretty low. This tree branch is gonna have to go. I don't know if it realizes that it needs to go, but it does have to go. We're nudging forward just a little tiny bit, maybe enough to break the tree branch. I'll winch to a tree branch. Having to winch a little bit is not the end of the world. It is crazy to think about how heavy this truck is, because the winch is hardly pulling us through the little rut that we dug ourselves in, being stuck in front of that tree branch in the first place. And here we go again, guys. We're stuck on another one. Gotta winch a little more. It could be because we're in the soupy part of the mud as well. That could play a role here in why we're not making it at all. Alright, if we can get this to break and then winch off the next one, that would be awesome. I can't believe this tree branch is not broke yet. This is kind of shocking, guys. I am really surprised. We get it to break, finally. There we go. And we grabbed onto another one. We're gonna start pulling off of this one here. We just can't catch a break here, can we? There we go. Final branch that is going to save us from this mud pit. So as usual, we're going to drive it up the mountain, guys, but I do want to say something. While the model quality of this seems pretty decent, I don't think this is as versatile as it needs to be a part of your fleet. I really don't. And it sucks to say that, because I had high hopes for this after driving this step, but I just really can't see this truck being useful. It is very, very heavy, so I don't know how much use you could get out of this while you try to complete your tasks and contracts. While I do think it would be good maybe in Michigan, for example, I don't believe this truck really belongs in Michigan either. It's just too heavy. It's not optimized. It doesn't have enough tire options. It doesn't have the suspension options you need, really. And it's not versatile. It's not going to get you where you need to go in SnowRunner. It really isn't, in my opinion. But that being said, the model is really nice. And like I said, I don't think it belongs in Michigan, but I'm sure you could find some sort of use for it. Even if it was something that you didn't take on the craziest of trails, but, you know, just had fuel, for example, or you had short cargo hauls to do, kind of like the Bags on Ice contract with the flatbed, and someone else had a crane. You could get some use out of it that way, but I think that's about as far as the extent would go, and I just can't see this being feasible for anything else outside of that, unfortunately. Its long wheelbase, lack of suspension, lack of tire options really fights against you really quick. We're going to pop in a low and see if we can make it up to the top of this mountain, and we're going to conclude it, but on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to have to rate this a 7. The link is in the description, though, and if you end up checking out this mod and you find more use for it, let me know. Comment below and let me know. I'd love to know how this truck could be utilized or useful. And I think we're going to tip over just the same as we did in the step. This time we got a little more weight, unfortunately. Yeah, and that is where we call it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe.